I always
Okay.
did.
Yep. All right. So let me go ahead and introduce what is for lunch today, courtesy of Lady Stone. It's in food. These are these delicious looking and smelling little mozzarella chicken parmesan sliders. Let's go ahead and give one a try.
Hmm.
Mm. Delicious, my love. Thank you. Mm.
Sarah,
Mm-mm-mm.
can you cook me something too?
My love, did you hear that? Andy asked if you could cook something for him too. Yeah, you just have to be here.
Oh man.
I think yeah, you're still in Washington, right, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, our weather right now is looking a little like how it looks for you guys right now.
Hmm. Fair
And
enough.
if he's ever in town, I'll cook him a meal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's an incentive right there. Not gonna lie, that is an incentive.
And Wichita's a nice area.
At Kansas?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Oh, um, per the topic, per the big brain chat, sort of talking about Pokemon and Pokemon Go, um, and our ideal teams minus legendaries because you have to be fair. You have to actually be strategic because legendaries just kind of remove strategy from the whole goddamn thing.
I don't think that's a blank slate. I think that there's a lot more
Okay. If you
nuance.
have even level 50 legendaries, a team of all six of them, that's just flat out a stomp right there.
No,
No
no, no.
matter.
What I'm saying is, and I don't mean to be rude, man, but you don't sound like a very knowledgeable person on when it comes to competitive Pokemon.
I'm not terribly knowledgeable, admittedly, but oh, there's Nate. Okay, Nate, welcome.
Oh, but basically, what I was saying is like freaking not all legendaries are equal. In fact, some of them are actually low tiers
I
in
get it,
terms, like say
but
Articuno, for example. Articuno sucks
yeah,
because it's a ice flying type, so it has so many weaknesses: rock, electricity,
yeah,
freaking like fire.
yeah,
There's so many,
yeah.
and and that's just one. Like there's several like that are actually really not very good. I mean, I would recommend looking at the Pokemon tier list because it's separated into top tiers are Ubers, which are usually banned Pokemon,
Yeah.
and then you have the regular top tiers, which are really good Pokemon, like say Regieleki, stuff like that,
All
and
right.
then uh like I don't know. So not all legendaries are equal. Some of them are really bad, and some of them
Mhm.
are obviously really broken, like Mewtwo or Kyogre, Lugia, stuff like that. Obviously, those are going to be broken. They're going to be Uber tier,
Yeah.
and then in a tier all by itself, in the absolute ban tier that can never be used, no matter what tier you're playing, no matter what format you're playing, is Mega Rayquaza. That is banned no matter what format you're playing because
Yeah, it's a
it's
mega evolution of a legendary. That's
There's
friggin'
also
unfair.
like Mewtwo
that
also
thing's
gets
pretty
like Mega
broken.
Evos, but the thing about Mega Rayquaza is that it can Mega Evolve without a Mega Stone. It just needs to know a specific move, and so obviously it's like you have an open item slot then.
Right.
Other like legendary with like technically a Mega is Ultra Necrozma. You know, that's another kind of broken one.
Really.
Uh,
But anyways, Nate, go ahead and give us our intro. It is
okay.
episode 69.
Shush, shush,
I
shush. I
like the
was
sound
about
of
to go.
that.
So,
Nice.
hello, pebbles across all platforms. Welcome to the Edits Podcast, episode 69. Today we are talking about Pokemon. So,
Nice.
so childish. So childish.
Hey, there's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be all those
know.
jokes when with that number. That's just the way it goes.
Sarah, baby, you like that number, don't you?
We'll make jokes about that all day as well.
Yeah, like we never do six. It's more like 68.
Oh my gosh.
68. Oh, is somebody too short? Uh-oh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I had to open my mouth.
Uh-oh. Someone
Lol.
got exposed.
Or like one of us only comes and the other one just lays there going, "What the fuck?"
Really?
It's like why you blue ball me?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I better go take a cold shower.
Really? Is that so?
Oh boy. that sounds like hell.
Wow,
Mhm.
you look so peaceful, husband. Now move.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to the
Don't open the door. 'Cause
anyway, let's get to the Pokemon. So like I said, Pokemon Go, I think the last time I played that was in college when I actually had time to walk around and hunt for some Pokemon, and I think that's when it first came out. I think when Pokemon came out in what, 2018 or 27 or wait, 2016 or
Possibly 2015, yes. I
2015?
think, yeah, 2015.
Pokemon Go came out in
So, yeah.
2015. Yeah,
2015, yeah. Yeah, that's when I had
2015.
time to actually walk around and attempt to catch Pokemon.
Yeah, I also downloaded it. I
Um,
also downloaded it.
what'd you say, Nate?
Yeah, in that year.
Nate, I can barely hear you.
Okay, there's gonna be because when I have the microphone too close, yeah, sometimes accidentally, like. Okay.
I will take that
Alright,
over
but
being
yeah,
able
I
to hear
also
you.
said that I downloaded it when it came out, kind of that year. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, and you
Mm-hmm.
were actually a teenager then, yeah?
Little ass scrawny. Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't scrawny, but yeah, little ass nerd.
Yeah. But it was kind of, I guess I kind of went through the same fad everyone else went with Pokemon Go. I tried it for a few months, quickly got bored of it, and then realized it just was not as fun as regular Pokemon. That and so many people
Oh.
were playing it, the buffer times were insane. So it's like I tried to do a gym, and like, no joke, this was my experience with a gym when it first came out. I went to the gym with my Pokemon, and the battle was over by the
What in
time
the heck?
it loaded. Yeah, for real. The battle, I had already lost the battle by the time
Yeah,
the actual gym battle
sucky.
loaded. Yeah,
Mm.
that's how insane the buffer times were. And again, I was in Denton. Denton is a fairly well-populated city, so it just could be that maybe I should have tried it in a less populated area.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to think about how. Look, I've had this thought, like how the Pokemon world actually work out logistically. Imagine an 8-hour day dealing with Pokemon trainers challenging you as a gym leader. That is your day job. You are someone our age dealing with a 10-year-olds coming up and challenging you to a Pokemon battle, and they're 10, so they're not going to know a lot about strategy and everything. So they're going to throw, probably decent Pokemon at you, and you're just going to freaking smack them around until they go
and
away.
then there's like like this one kid who over prepares, completely wrecks you, and then you're just like, good job, here's a badge and a move. Finally something else out of my day.
Yep. I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, but this gets down to what would your team be without legendaries? Okay, so Andy, do you want to go first?
I don't really know. I don't really play. I don't really play Pokemon that much, so I don't really. I
Of
don't
the
really.
Pokemon you do know, right? Okay, what would your team be? No legendaries.
Well,
6 Pokemon team. 6. You got to come up with 6.
Probably would have Charizard, I guess.
Okay, Charizard. So Charmander is your starter.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, I guess maybe, I really don't know. I'd have to
You're just
think
having
about
trouble.
it. Yeah.
Need a little more time to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, then Nate, what is your 6 Pokemon Dream
I
Team?
just
Again, no
well,
legendaries.
I'm just going. Wait. I don't have it like fuck. Oh shoot. Oh, I didn't save for the for the favorite Pokemon picker. It didn't save. Oh well. But anyways, yeah, I think I would definitely have Vaporeon, Primarina, Volcarona, or actually Slitherwing maybe. I wipe with Slitherwing a tiny bit more than regular Volcarona. The other 3. Wait. Chandelure. Yeah, Chandelure's looking pretty. And I also and I kinda like Hydrapple, but but Flapple is like
Hydrapple?
kinda OG favorite, so yeah, possibly Flapple over Hydrapple. Wait, so that's how many Pokemon was that? Wait, let me just.
That 4 or 5?
Marina, Chandelure.
I think that's 4, yeah?
Flapple. Yeah, that's 4.
Okay.
I mean, look, it's another Pokemon from Alola, but Mudsdale. And, And yeah, I'll say Galarian Rapidash.
Galarian and Rapidash?
Like, those are like, like a cool Pokemon to have out of my hands. Plus, I 2 horses. Like, they are already like, so hecking useful for, for traveling around, getting groceries. So yeah.
Yep. Okay, so my team of 6. Charizard, Machamp, Alakazam, let's see. My flyer would definitely have to be Fearow, because he has Mirror Move. My 4th, I'm going with a ground type, and it would definitely have to be Rhyhorn. Wait, no, that's 5. And then my 6th, which would be a water type, I'm gonna have to go with Blastoise.
Someone's a Gen 1er.
Now that's...
Someone's a Gen 1er.
Someone's a what?
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I grew up with. That's the thing, right? Well, Pokemon Go came out 10 years ago. Regular ass Pokemon came out 30 years ago, right? 1995. And I believe I think the English version officially came out to the US the following year, and we all got our Game Boys and started playing. And we were the first kids that were hooked. So, there was that very unique, non-replicatable joy of slapping that into your Game Boy and playing.
I forgot about the cutie. Venipede.
Vanipedes?
A Venipede, it's a Pokemon
What's a
from Gen
Venipede?
5, Bug and Poison type. Venomous centipede.
Oh,
Venipede.
okay. Let me look that up. Vanipede? Vanipede?
Venipede. Yeah.
Oh, Venipede. And he evolves. Oh, he evolves into something pretty strong. But yeah, I'm putting him in
The
other
Frank is
pictures.
so adorable.
Not in Pokemon because people are going to think that's a
What?
Pokemon that just showed up.
Mm-hmm.
I put Venipede in other pictures, but I'm not putting it in the Pokemon chat because people will think that's a
Yeah.
Pokemon that just showed up to catch.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, all the cats in Show Me Your Animals, that's from Snick's Cafe here in Wichita.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little cat cafe. And all the cats there were so cute and affectionate. Especially big old Jack here, who is just papping his tail.
You have a
I like to
have
see
an
Sarah at a
interesting
cat
definition
cafe.
for the word pap, by the way. Like a
What's
soft paw
your
strike
definition for pap?
or paw hit. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
pap
So
means
yeah,
gently
like
hit,
again,
in my
like
opinion.
but for me it's simply for paw.
It doesn't have to be with the paw, it can be with the tail, because Star, in her jealousy, because of she smelled all the cats on us, pat me with her tail last night. Literally, as I went to lay down to go to bed, she loafs up my chest in reverse and starts tapping my face with her tail.
Happens.
Yeah, because she's so jealous and she got a scent mark. Isn't that right, Kiki? Isn't
Yeah.
that right? But yeah, interesting. Like I said, how that whole Pokemon experience that I first experienced when I was a little kid, that little joy of catching Pokemon for the first time and everything, yeah, that's not ever
Yeah,
going to be
unless
replicated.
you would
You
wipe your
know?
memory.
It was, that would be interesting to. That is probably, another topic for a conversation we could have be if you could experience something for the first time all over again, what would it be? You'd wipe your memory of the first experience, but you could experience it all over again. I guess, yeah, for me, first experience, if I had to wipe my
Stone, I
memory,
thought that we were gonna have
experience it
this
the
for
first
another
time all over.
podcast.
All right,
Oh my
yeah. Back to Pokemon. We'll keep it focused.
Actually trying to keep things focused.
Yeah, good job, Nate.
He's maturing.
Look, if
So
it's like
proud.
about like one of my like autistic focuses, then yes, or even normal. Like, normal. Yeah, just focus. Yeah, but yeah. So Bigo.
But I guess if you had to do a legendary team, yeah, my legendary team would definitely be Mewtwo, Groudon, Zapdos, Lugia, Ho-Oh, and
I mean,
if
it
Mew is
is.
allowed, then Mew. Yeah,
It is like a
both Mews.
legendary. Like mythicals are subtype of legendary Pokemon, so what?
Now get this, right? Mewtwo in the original Pokemon, right, that I played, Red and Blue. Mewtwo is findable after you beat the Elite Four. You can go find Mewtwo and catch him and that is what you save your Master Ball for. The one Master Ball you get. Now, granted, you can, do the missing no glitch and clone Master Balls and then just catch all the legendary Pokemon. But pending that, there was a way to get Mew. but it involved a whole bunch of glitches, exploiting them. So you had to do the missing no glitch. And then on top of this, afterwards, you fly to a specific point on the map between Lavender Town, and then you walk past a trainer, but before he walks up to you, you have to press pause at the right moment, and then you avoid the fight, and then you go into the tall grass,
Huh.
and a level 7
Interesting.
Mew appears. Yeah. Yeah, that was a interesting multi-step process that was made
Yeah.
entirely of logic. And apparently someone figured out and released to the early internet back then, and we figured it out. Or rather, we found it, and like a lot of us got Mews,
Yeah.
and we're not
Okay,
playing
yeah,
fair.
I've like like also got my like legendary team together, which is the Zamazenta is the
What is
shield
Zamazenta?
doggo. Switch.
Let me take a look here. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a cool looking one.
yeah,
So it's from
maybe.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. That one's takes
Yes.
place in the one
Brash.
that's like the British Isles, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
my
A British Pokemon.
Indeed. Oh my dude, look
Oh,
at me, huh?
mate.
You wanna fight, huh? You wanna battle? Let me get you with me Pokemon in my... Indeed.
Not a great British accent, but still funny. But Andy, what was your first Pokemon experience? And was mine or a different one?
Playing the original games, I believe.
Right, Red and Blue. So you got that when you were a kid too?
Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, no feeling like it that you can replicate, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yep. Did you exploit the same glitches that I did?
No.
No, you never heard about those when you were a kid?
Nope. Never heard about them.
I guess you didn't have the internet was not as prevalent where you were, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have it.
Okay. I take it you probably didn't even learn about those glitches until much later, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I mean, I guess nobody was playing Pokemon anymore, right?
When?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It happens. But yeah, like I said, one of the glitches to exploit was the item clone glitch, where you clone a bunch of Master Balls and rare candies so that you catch all the legendary Pokemon and level them all the way up to 99.
Sounds
Or
pretty
100.
handy.
Yeah, it's handy and completely
Yeah.
unfair.
But I mean, like, I think weren't
And
these glitches like popular, sort of? Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were so popular. That's how everyone found out about them. You know, because everyone wanted a Mew, everyone wanted all the legendary Pokemon, everyone, you know, wanted all the unfair advantages that they could get. Now, we were disappointed to find out that when Gold and Silver came out, I think that's probably what declined a lot of people's mileage with Pokemon as we got older, is because not only did we feel like it was a kid's game, but also the glitches were. Nintendo said, "Okay, we're gonna really make sure there's no glitches in Gold and Silver." And so yeah, there were no exploitable glitches in Gold and Silver.
I think there were, but
yeah,
probably harder. I
I'd
watched
have to
like
look them
a
up because I
video
don't
about like
remember hearing
all
about them.
glitches in like each generation in Pokemon, and second gen also had some. So
right, but it's the question of whether or not they're exploitable, and I'd have to look that up. Let's see. Let me see. Exploitable glitches in original Gold and Silver. Glitches in original Gold and Silver. Pokemon. Let's see. Oh, there were glitches to make Raikou appear. Or Raikou appear. So yeah, Pokemon and Gold and Soul Silver are known for a variety of glitches. There's the coin case glitch, which exploited an error in the coin case text display, meaning you could, I guess, up the amount of coins you get. There's the Celebi egg glitch, which, yeah, that's how people found out about Celebi, because this is now jogging some of my memories. Yeah, there was a sketch glitch. Oh, they can permanently learn moves. And then, let's see. Yeah, the missing no glitch returned. Yeah. Yep, so... okay, so apparently there were still a fair share of glitches. Were there any still by Ruby and Silver?
For sure.
Or Ruby and Sapphire? Let me take a look here. There was the berry glitch.
There should be a bad egg glitch as well.
Yeah. Hang on. So, it says something went wrong here on Google. Okay, here we go. There was the item duplicating glitch involving mail. The item selling price bug. So selling 256 more of an item would result in 0 Pokédollar price. I'm not sure how that's an exploitable glitch. There's the berry glitch and the strain 0 Pokerus, which would cause the game to freeze if a Pokemon with Pokerus strain 0 was transferred between saves. Oof. These seem like less exploitable glitches and more like game-breaking glitches. Let's see, what was after Ruby and Sapphire? Black and White, right?
Diamond and Pearl. Pearl.
Diamond and, I believe, Pearl.
That was actually like the first anime that I've watched. Like I guess like Diamond and Pearl.
Oh, dude, I watched the Pokemon anime where Brock called rice balls jelly donuts. Yeah, Andy, you remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That's probably some memes we can look up. Brock, jelly donuts.
Wait, where the fuck?
Let me take a look.
I wonder if it hit Koraidon from me.
Yeah, I'm putting this one in
Then
memes.
it's bad. I'm doing the favorite Pokemon.
But Nate, what was your first Pokemon experience in terms of either the show or the games? What was the first game you played?
I cracked like Emerald onto my phone. That's one.
So you wait, cracked as in you took like a ROM and put it on your phone?
And I guess
okay, interesting.
like the TCG is also a Pokemon game, so yeah. Wait.
Interesting, but yeah, I just put it in memes. Do you see it?
I'm doing the favorite Pokemon picker. Oh yeah, lol.
Corporate needs you to find the difference between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
Yeah, like that's
It's
like a big
jelly
like
donut.
job like whoop whoop. Oh wow.
Yep.
Actually,
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
it was like something with
the
also
reason
like
why they
Americanization or Englification or whatever it's called of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because for some reason, 4Kids thought like your average American kid was like had like a subpar IQ, so they thought they just wouldn't know what an onigiri is, or they like okay, well, Google didn't really exist back then, so kids can't research what an onigiri is, and so rather than complicating their little brains with the idea of an onigiri, let's just call them jelly donuts.
Ah, there's Koraidon! Finally! Okay, cool. I thought it disappeared. No. Yeah.
I've heard of that one. Okay, here's Here's one that I can voice. And we'll go ahead and try to clip this as we can. But I'll try to do my best Brock from Pokemon. Superintendent, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering donuts. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
Yep.
I thought we were having steamed hams.
Cute.
Have you guys seen my steamed hams fan dub?
I think I just
I posted it recently
yeah, just
on the new
put
channel.
it on because I don't know. To me, that piece of media just exists. Like I don't know what's the big fuss about it. Yeah.
What, the steamed hams bit? It's just, I guess, it's incredibly memeable because I guess the entire concept behind it is that Skinner, gets in from one lie to the next, to the next, to the next seamlessly, and then even when his house is on fire, he continues with the lie. It's like, at some point, again, where his mother is literally screaming, "Seymour, the house is on fire!" And he's like, "No, mother, it's just the northern
that
lights."
bit is actually like for me, like, so yeah.
Oh, by the way, Stone. So you were talking about before about things that if you forgot that you'd like to do all over again, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you're curious, I did think of something.
What?
Going through the process of hearing Sarah's beautiful voice again, because that's an experience that you can have a million times.
It is. Her voice is very, very lovely. She's just looking at me like I'm from Saturn. She's always so self-conscious and doesn't think so.
Damn. Have the confidence in yourself, girl.
She doesn't think so. Okay, but back to Pokemon for a bit.
I think what I wanted to mainly cover is just like obviously if you start with Pokemon Go, I think that you once you try the console games, you're gonna have such a whiplash because the catching is different, the battles are different.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if there's a way to switch the battle style for Pigo because I still don't get it, and I hate that I don't get it. So yeah.
What, the battle style of Pokemon Go? Well, like I said,
sorry, I was just gonna say that moment when a Pokemon Go player thinks that he's gonna be a top tier player on the regular Pokemon games.
No. No, he is going to get whooped.
Oh boy.
That is the thing. It's like, and someone who grew up with the console games, I played Pokemon Go, and that was the whiplash. But it was for me, it was a more interesting whiplash because, it's like, this is just an excuse to get people to get outside and walk around. Yeah, just so they can go catch Pokemon. In fact, I think there's a meme about
Pokemon go
that.
to the polls.
Let's see. Oh, don't even get me started on that cringe. Yeah, that was Hillary trying to be cool, and it failed miserably.
Oh. Fuck.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. I found it. And it's also a comic meme, so I will voice it. Come on. Load.
It won't.
Load, god dang it.
Because fuck you, it says.
Yeah, it's taking a little bit here. Okay. It's wanting to take forever to load. Okay. Let me do this then. Let me do it from my phone because phone is always superior on load times. Oh, but it doesn't always save images correctly.
Stone and his problems.
Oh my. Oh. And the screen capture
Okay,
crashed.
you
Oh,
have
I have to reload that.
problems.
Yes. My computer
Mhm.
decided to have problems. Oh wait, no, it didn't crash. It moved? What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It is so slow. Oh my god. Okay, yep. It would be faster. Just do it on my phone. Figure it out there.
Actually, fuck.
Give me just a moment. Oh wait, no. Okay. Okay, never mind. Now it's still not loading.
Ah, this is your hard choice. Oh, stars. Oh. I am right
Oh,
now
here we
picking
go.
between
Okay.
Quilava and Coridon
Why
on the favorite Pokemon picker, and oh, stars, that's hard. But I like Quilava a tiny bit.
Okay, here we go. Now it's loaded.
Hmm.
Okay, I just put it in memes. It's a little comic format. All right, lightening my voice here to be a little kid. A Squirtle was sighted in a park a mile away. We better run. There's a Mankey in this tree. Looks tough, but we should climb it. There's a Dratini under this log. I guess we have to deadlift it. Hey, who set all these lure modules here? That would be me. Suzunaka Ishihara. I climbed the ladder to the top of the Pokemon Company for one reason. With Pokemon Go's popularity, I can finally make my plan a reality. The nerds are too strong. We're
Hecky.
helpless. If only it worked that way. In reality, Pokemon appear in the middle of obstacles. So let's see. Yeah, Pokemon Go, Pokemon spawning places.
Yeah, there's
Oddly.
it's definitely like, you know.
Let's see. It only shows the map. Like, it doesn't show, it doesn't give like real time views. But yeah, I do remember. I was walking down the street. And Pokemon shows up, and you want to try to catch it and everything. But again, it just ended up
For real?
consuming too much time, and just I'm just kind of like, okay, this just feels
Lol.
pointless. But then again, that was just me with Pokemon Go. Again and again, I was in college or about to finish, and I'm like, yeah, this is a gigantic waste of my time.
Yeah, if you say so. I started
Um,
like, playing recently again, and yeah, I usually like, go do it like after like, well, before work, on that time. And yeah, when I'm going back, and like when I'm out and about, like, going for groceries or something, then yeah, then I'm also going.
right. I guess it might be something to do while you're walking around.
And I really like the new edit
But
features of
interestingly
like
enough,
routes before, because yeah, that took me to like, well, at least this semi new path. A route
routes. What does that
is,
add?
is a certain path to follow. You like, and you get to like exchange gifts from trainers on like all over the world who also have done the route instead of just your friends. And you get some other rewards at the end, for sure. And I think like anything that you would get with your body, like candy and all that, it would be doubled.
Interesting. Now I do have a meme that I could try have Lady Stone doing if she's up for it. If I can find it in my phone. But what's interesting is what like, I guess, phenomenon Pokemon became, and since my oh shit, since my generation, and like how many people just ended up enjoying the hell out of it. It was really, really interesting. What it ended up turning into. It went from this neat little Game Boy game to just this global phenomenon that loads of kids got into for like 20 freaking years, and kids are still getting into it. You know, it is a phenomenon that never ended, which is crazy. But let me try finding this meme. Nate, did you have any thoughts about Pokemon that we haven't discussed yet? Or any points?
Shoot, if I did, I kind of forgot.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I began focused on the favorite Pokemon
You forgot?
picker.
Oh. And what about you, Andy? What are some thoughts on Pokemon that we haven't really covered?
Not really sure.
Not really sure. I guess we could cover the Pokemon cringe, aka. What I want to know is who started finding Gardevoirs sexy and started making all sorts of cringe fan art about it. That's what I want to know. Like, I'm not looking this up on Screen Grab, but I am going to look it up on my phone because I am eminently curious. Who started the Gardevoir phenomenon?
Your mom. Sorry, I had to.
Okay, so I guess AI's sort of answer between Wikipedia is it says the Gardevoir phenomenon, referring to its popularity and often sexualized portrayal online, wasn't started by any single individual, but rather emerged organically from Pokemon's fandom's reaction to the character's design. Gardevoir, with its feminine humanoid form, was quickly embraced and interpreted as an attractive character, leading to widespread fan art and fan fiction, some of which are explicitly mature. Like, so just because Gardevoir looks like a woman in a dress with a bob cut.
Look, it's
Like,
horny people. That's what I'll say. Yeah.
horny people be horny and cringe, that's for sure. Gooners be gooning. All right, my love, if you're up for it, and able to voice this meme, it's Jessie from Pokemon. So basically, voice what's in her bubbles right here.
I mean,
better? Okay, go ahead.
What's she supposed to sound like?
Oh, she sounds like that. Or no, that's not Jessie. Here, I might be able to find a clip of Jessie.
Why do I never have luck in love? Why can't I have a handsome and good man who loves and cares for me, be by my side forever? I'm so unhappy.
And then, of course, it's James doing this. Just shoving a little finger in his face, because, yeah, he has been by her side the whole time, in spite of all the failed schemes to get Pokemon and everything.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, but I thought they kind of were together.
Yeah, actually, canonically,
what?
they do end up together at the end of the
What?
series.
That they're
What?
I think it's canonical. Let me look this up.
because like aren't they androgynous? Like they're okay with switching genders. Like she mostly wears men's drag clothes and he wears feminine clothes.
Sometimes, yeah,
for their
they
disguises.
yeah, they sometimes do that, but yep, it's apparently according to the manga, Jessie and James
Okay.
get married.
Good for good for them, but judging from what I
Yeah.
kinda still remember of their characters, I kind of think like they just married out of friendship, or just just like yeah.
Or they genuinely ended up loving each other, and there was just the whole, I guess, joke because James is from a rich family and Jesse comes from poverty, so it's like there was that whole plot line. I guess they moved past that, but yeah, here I think someone posted it in I think a Pokemon Reddit. Let me put it in other pictures. Yep, just put it in other pictures. That is them together as a married couple, and with Meowth in the background there. It looks like they have one on the way, by the look of
It's loading for
Jesse's
me.
tummy.
That's
So
official
interesting.
art. Well, looks like
Yeah, looks like it.
Huh.
Got a page number and
Wow.
everything.
It just is.
Why is that surprising?
What I remember of them in the series.
Because they can't believe there's actually hetero relationship still in manga.
Yeah, like a lot of manga, sometimes the fan art gets so good with the I guess LGBT shipping that people kind of blend their fantasies with reality sometimes, I guess, and that's
Or they actually forget that there are heterosexuals out there.
I mean,
I
for me,
guess,
it's maybe like it's mainly the art style, even though
Yeah.
like I don't follow the Pokemon manga, but I thought they would just do it like same as the anime and not this. And it's yeah, especially
Well, the anime, I think that's the thing. There's the possibility the Ash is in a coma theory where turns out when he bonked his head the first time in the Kanto region, he never woke up, and so he's technically in a coma, and that's why he never ages past 10.
Why nobody has sex.
Yeah, because it's all the entire world itself is from the perspective of a 10-year-old. Or a 10-year-old's belief about how the world works. I mean, what do you guys think
No, I
about that
don't
theory?
like,
Nate, do you think that's a sound theory?
some things in Pokemon are like dark, but this is but I think that this is just like, well, it's not like dark per se, but I think it's just like this theory is just like, yeah, like bleh. Like it's like edgy for the sake of being edgy. I don't know.
Yeah. Andy, what do you think about that theory?
I actually like that theory. It makes sense.
You like you think it makes sense that Ash actually just bonked his head and has been in a coma this whole time?
Probably, yeah.
Yep. I mean, really think about this. It's like this is a 10-year-old who, based on doesn't really evolve his knowledge on Pokemon and battling as the series goes on very much, and gym leaders effectively give him their badges effectively out of pity. So,
Well, you have to give some credit to the mind,
yeah,
but also have to be aware of the influence it can have while you're in a coma,
yeah,
because they're still somewhat aware of what's going on around them.
yeah.
And they could be influenced by people speaking. So some of the things he's probably, let's say, dreaming about is what he's heard through maybe nurses talking or doctors talking, not fully aware that,
Yeah, so the nurses and doctors, are
like, oh, my son went and did this and got this badge, blah, 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 this.
yeah.
And Ash took that and went,
Or
I got this badge due to sheer luck, blah, 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 this.
or again, the nurses are like, "Oh, that poor kid. I feel so sorry for him." And they were saying that at first. And so, again, Misty and Ash, Misty and Brock gave them their badges effectively out of pity, simply because he put so much effort into trying to win it but couldn't.
And the voices that he's probably hearing most of is probably the nurse that's assigned to him.
And the doctor, yeah.
So.
And they just happen to be possibly named Brock and Misty.
And because sometimes they have more of a logical side, so.
Yeah.
It's just I speak from experience because I have dealt with people in comas.
Yeah.
Because I used to work at a hospital before I worked at where I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things was someone told me that comatose people are still somewhat aware.
Yeah.
So I would talk to them like, "Hi, I'm so and so from the lab. I'm here to draw your blood. I wish you could see outside today. It's so beautiful. The sun's out, blah, blah, blah." Talking to them. "Oh, thank you," and leave. And I would keep doing that just each time, just telling them a little bit about what's going on outside.
Yeah.
And one of them actually was awake. When I came back, I went, "Hey, you're awake." And he goes, "I know your voice."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Yeah, I always draw your blood and I tell you kind of what's going on out there." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I remember." So he recognized my voice and he was kind of aware what's going on.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, "Oh, good."
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm just wondering, if he had a, one of those long comatose dreams where, you live, an entire lifetime in your head. What character were you during one of his lifetimes in his head? We have to question that.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to ask because
Yeah. Yeah, I get that, but it is something you do have to wonder about.
it is. I worked at a tier 5 hospital, which means not only did I have to deal with ER, but also maternity and ICU and last call, which is basically we're just waiting for you to die.
Yeah. Sadly. And speaking of dark and dying with Pokemon, there's also the whole Lavender Town or Pokemon Lavender creepypasta. Have you guys heard about that one?
I think so.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
Stone.
yeah, I just saw you post this. Are you wanting Lady Stone to voice these girls?
Well, she can. But I posted it. I wanted you to see it and see what you think.
So let me see. Dawn, why are you wearing jersey pants? At least you're being somewhat cheerful, Serena. Because I've gone overboard with burying myself in front of Ash because I've been showing off my butt to Ash too much. so I can look good for Ash. He even told me that my outfit was too small. Ash has been acting a bit odd lately. He might be starting to notice us as women. Does that mean he's finally reached that point?
Okay.
I think this is from the manga, I believe.
Huh?
Really? That's from the Oh, yeah. The title below there is actually Ash hit puberty, so that's actually from the manga.
That doesn't.
Yep, I believe so.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I
Well,
guess
not gonna-
the more recent chapters.
It kind of seems
I mean,
like
because he finally hits
Hmm.
puberty. So let's say you want to coma, you still go
Yeah.
through puberty while you're
I don't
while you're
think
going
like the
out.
Pokemon company
Yeah.
would actually put this
Or
out,
again, it's like
but I don't know. Again, the manga gets like
I have to
I
look
don't
that
know.
up.
Maybe it's one of the like weirder ones.
All right.
Nate is not happy with this. Why are anime people growing up? I don't know, Nate. Maybe it's because it's called life. After a while, you're like, what do I write for a fucking 10-year-old?
All right.
I didn't get ice cream. Oh man, I totally wanted butter rum. Well, you have to be 18 to get butter rum. That's not fair. Well, you know it's not fair me destroying my vagina to
Wow.
pop you out. And never recovering. My husband says I'm too loose.
I mean, like, yeah, it's fine.
Lord.
I actually like like I'm fine with like people growing up. It actually bothers me when a series like never like at least says like character's birthday, because like they may establish an age, but if they never establish a birthday,
Oh,
like
yeah.
yeah,
I was okay. I just saw what you
Yeah.
posted. It's your favorites there, Mew and Vaporeon and Jolteon and all
yes,
the
it's so
and
fucking
Zigzagoon is one of your
cute.
favorites.
Little Zigizuni.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I would want
It
to
do be a
own
little
like
pointy
50.
raccoon.
Okay, maybe that's too too far, but
You'd have a Zig. That would be your occupation in the Pokemon world, a
not a
Zigzagoon
farmer, just
farmer.
something. But yeah.
like a you run like a
Yes.
Zigzagoon retreat or something, little
Yeah.
shelter for them.
Honestly, I could probably see him as a breeder.
Morocco, get out of the trash, you fruff. But yeah, that's the Pokemon Lavender version picture from the creepypastas where the kid ends up in the game, or like they start playing it and inordinate, disproportionate amounts of time pass, and it's like, what? I feel like I've only been playing for 6 hours. No, it's been 6 days, dude. It's like, what?
Creepypasta.
Yeah.
It's been 6 years.
Yeah. But we're reaching that 1 hour mark. Nate, do you have any memes you wanted me to voice? Or what about you, Andy?
Unless
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
What'd you say?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay,
I'm
but Nate, did you have any? Or are you looking at some right now?
Swifty look.
While you're looking, again, the whole Pokemon Lavender, at first you think it's dumb because it's like, oh, it's a Pokemon creepypasta, but it is kind of creepy when you think about it. You play this little, what seems like a harmless little Game Boy game out of morbid curiosity, and then, like I said, you think you're only playing for 6 hours, and then all of a sudden it's 6 days, and you're like, what? But how could it be 6 days? I didn't even have to,
Okay, this one
go
isn't
take a shit or
comic, but
something.
it's it's a good one.
Oh, you put it in. Okay, let me look here. Okay, customer. I'd like to buy a letter O. Scribe, a regular O, or 3 men in a tub trying to find a missing set of keys. Do they have enough light? There's a dangling red patio light, but it's burnt out. A demon is coming to fix it. Well, in that case, I'm sold.
Yeah. So I can.
All right. Yeah, we're hitting that 1 hour mark, so we'll go ahead and close it out. And again, we have our topic for next week. Again, if you experiences that you enjoyed the first
will
time,
this be
and
normal or will I have
you
to?
wanna.
Okay, no, it's it's
Well,
not
oh, the
normal.
comic that you just posted.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that is.
Uh.
Yeah, I can't see that. Or I'd have to
Oh
see if
yeah.
I can zoom
Maybe
in
you
on my
can take a look
phone.
at
Yeah, let me take a look here. I don't think I can see
That
that.
moment when a Pokemon girl uses her boobs in order to try to seduce that.
what.
What?
That's what I saw.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, Nate, I can't zoom in on that on the computer. It's yeah, the print is way too small. But
Yes.
I'll try to take a look at
next
it
time then.
another way. But we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks for joining us, those of you on every platform. Nate, go ahead
Goodbye,
and
pebbles across
close
all
us out.
platforms. This has been the Idiots Podcast.
Yes. And closing out. Meow.